you have that impact. So don't forget it. If you don't have a lot to give, time, money, anything, your words and your thoughts are enough to give. You see, if you're not mentally and physically here, you can't make the impact you're meant to make, that you're destined to make here in the world. I believe we all have a destiny, and I believe that each and every day we choose to show up to make that happen for ourselves, or we don't. See, one journey can lead to another journey, but at the end, you will make it to your destiny as long as you continuously walk. Welcome to the Prosperous Life Podcast. Thank you so much for showing up once again. I honestly don't know what I would do without you guys showing up each and every week. It inspires me to continuously show up. Of course, deep down I do this for myself, but it does excite me when I see that I made an impact on somebody. The question today is how do we make meaningful impact? How do we make meaningful impact? And that's exactly what we're going to be going over today. You see, meaningful impact all started for me when I was walking home from school, when I got dropped off at the bus stop, and I stole goldfish. And I know that sounds so simple, although when I stole these goldfish for me and my friends out of a car, it was just a gentleman walking up the stairs as he brought his groceries. And even though we were all having a good time, quote unquote, inside of me, I recognized how selfish that really was. In my mind, what went through it was, what if these goldfishes were for his daughter? What if he didn't have a lot of money and he sacrificed to get these for his kid? That's the moment that I hit an all-time low of ever wanting to be selfish again. That moment is the moment I decide that the little things really mean so much, and that it takes something so small to make an impact. I'm very excited today as we talk about meaningful impact, because I don't think people understand how important they truly are, what their power is. And I shouldn't say everybody doesn't know the power, but a lot of people don't know how powerful they are. And today we have the opportunity to recognize our own power so we can take it and give people their power. And if we make that change for one person at a time, we can transform this world together. You see, we'll create this as really understanding impact comes with you first. Second, it starts so small. And impact is a journey. My name is Braiden Belnap. I'm the host of Prosperous Life Podcast. I'm an entrepreneur, and I'm really a transformational life coach that helps people become their authentic self, create their vision for life so they can live a prosperous life. And on the journey of that, making an impact. If you find today's podcast beneficial, transformational, go ahead and tell a friend. This doesn't just allow me to make an impact. This allows me and you to make an impact together. With that in mind, let's go ahead and dive in. You first. You have to come first. Once I heard a saying that said, an empty heart has nothing to give, or little to give, but a full heart has everything to give. You see, we really need you. We need you here in this world. Unfortunately, and I want to give a moment for this, suicide rates over the last years have just grown. Now, I know myself have been impacted by this, and I am sure you watching this in some way or form have also been impacted by this. Whether somebody in your family, your friends, a friend of a friend has committed suicide. And maybe even you listening to this have had those thoughts. At this time, I'd really like to give a moment to the ones that have already said goodbye, and a moment to give thanks and gratitude to the ones that are still with us, that we deeply love. And in this moment, I would encourage you, to the ones that are still around physically, just send them a message and just remind them that you love them, care about them, and that they're amazing. Thank you. Thank you for that. So, with that in mind, as we go in today, I want that alone to be a resemblance of how impactful one person really is in this world. Let that be a reminder that one person has such a strong impact upon yourself. That impact is you. You have that impact, so don't forget it. If you don't have a lot to give, time, money, anything, your words and your thoughts are enough to give. You see, if you're not mentally and physically here, you can't make the impact you're meant to make, that you're destined to make here in the world. I believe we all have a destiny, and I believe that each and every day we choose to show up to make that happen for ourselves, or we don't. See, one journey can lead to another journey, but at the end, you will make it to your destiny as long as you continuously walk. But if you're not mentally and physically here, then you're not taking the steps. You're not just impacting yourself, you're impacting the world by those decisions. And on the flip side, if you make the decision to show up, take those steps, you achieve your destiny and you make huge impact. You see, getting lost, Robin Sharma says this, getting lost along your path is part of finding the path you are meant to be on. Think of that. Think of how powerful that is. It's not that you're going to know everything. It's not that you're always going to be traveling along the correct path, you could say, but it leads and gives lessons for the next journey ahead. It gives you the power, the strength to keep going. It's important for you to show up for yourself first. Because if you can't show up for yourself first, you won't be able to show up for the world. As I said, a full heart has everything to give, but an empty heart has little to give. It really takes one small thing in this world to make a difference. One small thing can leave a life of transformation for somebody. This really applies to you and others. But right now, let's focus on you, as it really comes down to that if you're not full, you can't be full for everyone else. So if you're in a place where you feel lost or depressed or anxious or like you're not moving forward, I want to give you permission that it's okay where you're at. I am a firm believer you're meant to be there. Although this isn't a reason to stop showing up. If you're lost, the most important thing isn't seeing exactly how to achieve the next 100 steps. The most important thing is just to see the next step. So if you're in a place right now where you haven't been taking the steps that you feel like are necessary to achieve your destiny, to achieve impact, how can we do that moving forward? What's the next step? That's all you need to see. If you can consistently see your next step and you consistently take the step, you will succeed. It's one small thing in everywhere. Whether you're talking to an individual, whether you're doing something for an individual, whether you're doing something for yourself, action equals emotion, right? When you have a thought, it creates a feeling, which then you react or act upon that emotion, which creates a result. Now, on the flip side of that, you can flip it. If you start to do action, let's say you dance, or you start to sing, or you start to make your phone calls, or you meditate, something of that nature will also create an emotion. Thought equals emotion, which creates an action or a reaction, which creates a result. If you flip that, your action transforms your emotion, which transforms your thoughts, which then transforms your result. One small thing, a wave, a smile, a hello, a goodbye, a quick text, letting somebody know they're important, a quick text, just being authentically you and telling somebody what you really want to say can make an impact. Because that will immediately create emotion for you that you give off to the world, which just by your action, you create an emotion for somebody else, and you create an emotion for you. So you're making an impact on everybody's day simply by being kind and taking action. Simply with a small gesture, you can make a transformation to show somebody that they're important. You can show them that they are recognized, that they are meant to be here. Somebody following their goals and their dreams, letting them know that they're doing something amazing and impactful can give them that fuel to consistently persist. Which that goes into the next thing with a small thing. Persistence is key to anything. And it's definitely key to transformation and impact. When you're persistently kind, when you're persistently waving, smiling, texting people, calling people, letting them know how amazing they are, letting them know that they're meant to be here, letting them know that you love them and that you care and that they can do anything that they set their mind to. When you become that light and you become being kind whenever and wherever you go, you also become your own light. You become known. People remember how you make them feel. And whenever they see you, they begin to feel the same emotions. So be persistent with your kindness. Kindness isn't, oh, it's Thanksgiving, let me be grateful and happy around everybody. Don't get me wrong, those days are good too. Although, what about the other 364 days of the year? Persistence and being kind on one gesture a day can transform this world. As I say here, small services made over time make a big impact. Small services over time make a big impact. So in this moment, as we jump to journey, I want you to think, what's one small thing I could commit to on a daily basis? Just one thing that takes a minute. Ask yourself that. And as soon as we finish this podcast, I would encourage you to do that one thing. That we immediately take action and being persistent in how we want to make an impact. Let's just remember that impact is a journey. Everything's a journey. As I talked about, impact isn't a one day a year thing on Thanksgiving. Impact is daily. It's a journey. It's a journey of a lifetime. The question is impact a part of your DNA? Is impact a part of who you are? Is it a part of your character? Are you about impact? Are you trying to make an impact wherever you go? Are you opening the doors? Are you smiling? Are you waving? Are you writing a letter to a stranger, your wife or your family, or a text to somebody that needs it? Or are you complimenting somebody when somebody's checking out the grocery store? Are you always looking for a way to make an impact? Is it a part of who you are? If not, I want you to know that you can make it a part of your character. You see, when you influence people to be that same way, you just turned impact on a 1 scale of me or you to a 2 scale. When you influence people, and the way you influence people is by transitioning that emotion. If you show them how important a wave is and they feel good, they're going to be then influenced and inspired to go wave to another person, which then it goes on and on. Your kindness goes far. And really understand the power of you. Your kindness goes far. It also has the flip side to that. So ask yourself and recognize every single day what you're spreading into this world. Don't forget to inspire every single day. One small thing, and it's a journey. Every single day, do something for yourself and for others. Doesn't need to be big. It can be small. I believe impact is the greatest journey to travel. And really the only journey that is worth traveling. If your journey doesn't include making an impact on some sort of level, what is the purpose behind it? There is none. You see, your purpose really compiles of 3 different things. And that's that you're just naturally gifted that talent. You love that talent. And it makes an impact. Impact is a lifeblood, a part of your lifeblood in life. If you're making an impact, you have something to wake up for. Whether that's with your family or on a worldly scale. I want you to allow my experience to transcend you or transform you into being kind. I will never be the person to steal goldfish again. And goldfish can be used technically as goldfish, but I also use goldfish as energy. I will never be somebody that steals somebody's energy, good energy, by being selfish, by being rude. People work hard for their goldfish. People work hard for their good energy. People work hard for those things. Don't be the person that steals the goldfish. Very grateful I did that. It gave me the power and the lesson to always be kind, to give. Whether it's small or whether it's big, a goldfish can make a big impact. So I'm here to say to give small. One small thing every single day. A smile, a wave, a text, a call. And after that, you can do more. And we will make a difference together. If you recognize the power of you, we can give people the power of them. And we will transform this world one life at a time. Recognize this is a journey. Choosing to be kind always today is a daily thing. It's not a once a day year. It's not a when I'm motivated. It's an always thing. Kindness and impact is a lifeblood and a part of your lifeblood of living a prosperous life. Without impact, you don't live a prosperous life. So shine bright, be your own light, and everything will come into fruition. Thank you so much. If you enjoyed today's podcast, I would encourage you to check out the list of our episodes, as this completes the last and final step of the Prosperous Life methodology. We're going to keep going along this journey together of living the prosperous life and going into detail. So come along the journey. If you need any important information, go to the show notes in the description. Subscribe and leave a review. And go ahead and reach out to me at Braiden Belnap on any social media platform. I really want to hear you. Follow me and shoot me a direct message with feedback on good and bad. I want to connect with you guys. I want to build a relationship. And most importantly, I want to be better for you guys and better for myself. So reach out and we'll talk soon. Have a good rest of your week.